Come meet Ameen. In the story, Ameen and the Eggs. I am Ammu, and on Ammu&You channel, I have lovely stories to narrate to you. And today the story is Ameen and the Eggs. It's a folk tale, and let's hear what is it about. So Ameen and the Eggs. Ameen was a very hard-working man who had a very small piece of land for cultivation. Once there was a drought in his country, so he had to leave his village in search of living. Before leaving, he borrowed a dozen of boiled eggs from a rich businessman and left the village with his donkey. 7 years later, Ameen returned to his village as a rich businessman. Now he was on a horse followed by some camels loaded with sacks of gold and silver. The news of his return as a rich man spread like a forest in the whole village. A forest fire spread so fast. And this news that poor Ameen had become so rich now spread like a forest fire. The person who had given eggs to Ameen also heard this news. He immediately met him and said, Ameen, you have earned a lot of money. Wow! Now pay me my debt. You had borrowed a dozen eggs from me, right? So you have to give me 500 gold coins now. Ameen was shocked to hear this. He said, you must be joking. Aren't you charging too much for 1 dozen boiled eggs? I'm not joking. After 7 years, it costs as much, that businessman said. Ameen said, then please forgive me. I cannot give you that sort of an absurd money. Why won't you give me that money? I will take you to the court, said the businessman. Then he went to the court of justice. The judge fixed a date to listen to the matter. Both the parties were asked to come on a particular date and time. On the day of the hearing, the businessman reached the court in time, but Ameen was nowhere to be seen. About a quarter to half an hour later, Ameen entered the court in haste. He also greeted the judge hastily and sat on his place. The judge asked to begin the proceeding. At first, the businessman said, my lord, I have asked Ameen to give me 500 gold coins for a dozen boiled eggs, which he had borrowed from me 7 years ago. I am asking him this much because those eggs must have hatched into little chicks. They would have either become hens or cocks. The hens would have further laid eggs, thus multiplying the chain. If I had those eggs, today my poultry farm would have multiplied so much. Yes, you are right, said the judge. Then he said, Ameen, what do you have to say in your support? But first tell me, why were you late today? This is disrespecting the court. Ameen replied very calmly, actually, at home, I have some boiled bean seeds. I got late as I was sowing them. I hope there will be a good cultivation of beans next year. You fool, said the judge amazingly. Can ever a boiled bean be cultivated? Why not, Your Honor, when boiled eggs can be hatched into hens and cocks? Why not boiled beans be cultivated, my lord? Said Ameen, looking at the judge seriously. The businessman hanged his head in shame and tried to flee from there. Having listened to the whole story, the judge gave his judgment in favor of Ameen. Hence, with his intelligence, Ameen rightfully won the case. Now, children, did you see that how intelligence always works? During all this argument, Ameen never fought. To give it back the right way to the greedy businessman, he used his intelligence, and what a way to give him back. His brain worked and he came out with such a simple logic, right? So let me know, how did you like the story, children? Write in the comment section below. Please like, share, subscribe, press the bell icon, and wait for me again when I come to narrate another story to you. Till then, Ammu says tata.